Welcome to another live draft, right? This is my second main event of the year, my last draft of the year, and I will be drafting my main event live here and live streaming it the entire time. The draft starts in about 10 minutes. So now's a really good time to ask questions, or if you have anything you want to throw into the chat. If you're watching this live on Twitter or on Facebook, for some reason the comments do not show up for me. So I would highly recommend going over to my Twitch, going over to my YouTube channel if you want to be able to interact. I try to interact the best I can throughout the draft, but obviously I am drafting live, and so I'm not always checking the comments. I'll try my best though. For those who don't know what this is the NFBC main event. It is a $1,700 buy-in league with 15 teams, 5x5 roto, and there is an overall component. So you win money for winning your league, and then the overall component is $175,000 for the overall winner this year. And that's what we're going to try and take down here. I have the 12th pick, as you can see, and it starts here in about 8.5 minutes. I will try my best to update the board, or at least scroll through the board as we go. Notable names in this draft include Scott Jenstead of RotoWire, who is drafting in the 11th spot, so right next to me. He was in my first main event draft, which took place in Vegas. That's why I didn't live stream that one this year. And then the Guilds, Andrew Geller, you may know him as the Guilds on Twitter, who had a very, very successful 2021. He is drafting from the 2 spot. And then there's just some really good NFBC competition. Unlike my first draft, which included a ton of people in the industry, only person in the industry that I know of is Scott Jenstead, like I said, drafting at pick 11. So I have a plan. Let's see how well I can execute the plan, or if the plan changes rapidly based on what other people do. And Cubby Knoll in the chat over on Twitter, or over on Twitch. Hey, how you doing, Cubby? You can follow this draft and me on Twitch, Justin Mason FWFB. I don't do a lot of stuff on Twitch, other than just live podcasts and things like that. And of course, as I say that, my computer decides to start playing music. Thank you, NBC Sports Edge, for having an automatic video player. Hey, this is my buddy Matt Williams of the Turn 2 podcast. I am ready to kick some ass. Every NFBC main event league is super tough, so I will definitely be. I'll be trying to take it down, but it's always very, very tough competition. I feel pretty good about the teams I've put together, and luckily, of my kind of big money leagues, I have not suffered any major injuries. I've got 2 teams of the 14 or 15 that I've drafted so far this year that are in some dire straits because of injuries and things like that, but they're not necessarily like the big money leagues. One is the Battle of the Podcast League is pretty decimated, and the other is the Barf League. I've already lost my top 2 pitchers in Sale and Lynn. Let's see, question in the chat. We got Paulie asking, in money leagues, do you make a conscious effort to mix up your key players and mitigate risk? I definitely do that in the higher money leagues, right? So almost all of my leagues are money, except for TGFBI and Tout. I don't worry about mitigating my risk in most of my drafts. I just go for who I think builds the best team. But I definitely try to do that in my big money leagues, right? So I've got 2 NFBC Interman events, and then I've got the auction championship. And so I definitely try to kind of switch up at least the beginning of my draft a little bit, so that way I don't have a ton of overlap. There's going to be some overlap. There's just players that I like way better than the field. So Cubby Knowles asking if this draft is a fab. This is a fab league. Absolutely. So it's 30 rounds. Fab is super important. So is CJ Abrams getting drafted in this league? He absolutely is. Seems like he's going to make team. He got drafted in my first main event before we had any clue by Scott Jenstad. Took him in the 29th round. I assume he will be going much higher than that in this draft. So we shall see. I'm sure he will get drafted. The question is where. I don't know. I picked him up in my auction league via Fab. So for some reason, give me 1 sec. Having some issues with. Okay. All right. Good luck, Justin. Just wrapped up a main event with some real heavies yourself. Yeah, I mean, almost every league has some pretty big heavyweights. That's just the nature of main event leagues, right? It costs so much to buy into these things that usually you're going to be in with some really, really good players. How much Fab did he cost? CJ Abrams cost me, I want to say $60 something in that league. It was the only league I got him in. Or actually, I also got him in TGFBI, and that one cost me, I think, $56. But in other leagues, in the tag team championship league that I do with Shelly V, we put in a $60 something bid. We thought we were being aggressive. We ended up going for like 110 to Dave McDonald and Tony DiVincenzo. And then I want to say maybe that was the only other one. I can't remember what he went for in the Barf League. I did not get him there. I don't believe I did. So, yeah, I mean, people are going to be aggressive, especially if you're getting one of these guys who can help your team all season long. So, I mean, you see people get really, really aggressive early in Fab in these leagues for good reason. Because if you get a monster player, you're getting them for, the duration of the season as opposed to waiting till later and trying to get a monster player. So, people are very aggressive in Fab early on. You just want to make sure you leave yourself enough wiggle room if you are chasing a title in your league or a title in the overall. So, worst thing you can do is run out of Fab. So we got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds until the start of this. Like I said, I'm picking 12th. It's my first time picking 12th this year, so this will be a little bit interesting and should leave me some opportunities to draft some guys that maybe I haven't drafted before. I definitely am looking at bumping up guys that maybe I haven't gotten on teams yet. So we'll see how it all works out. So here we go. I'm excited. I have two guys in particular that I'm kind of targeting at the 12th spot. But Cubby asking me, is this your last draft of any top 100 guys that you're going to take to quell your FOMO? Yes or no? Not necessarily. I mean, there are definitely guys, like I said, that I want to target because I maybe don't have shares of, but I'm not gonna overreach on a guy. Just Matt was saying Julio round 1. Everybody get ready to freak out. I don't think that'll happen, though. He did go at the beginning of round 3 in a main. I am right next to Jenstad again. I wasn't next to him last time. He was the 1 pick. I was the 3 pick, but a little too close for comfort, especially a guy who's as good a player as Jenstad is. So, all right, so 45 seconds. Here we go. I am excited. So, like I said, I've got a couple guys that I have and I'm eyeing here at the 12 spot. And then again at 19. The question is, will they make it to me? I think they will, more than likely. Or will someone drop? Will someone who I don't think should be available top 12 drop to me at 12? So we'll see. You never really know. This last main event, this is the last draft for most of the people probably in this league. So here we go. All right. So apparently I did not mute that. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I'm gonna mute that. All right. So obviously Trey Turner going 1 is pretty chalk. So I'm going to be trying to pay attention to you guys, but I'm also going to be updating a lot of different things. Garrett Cole, pretty standard. And I assume J Ram goes here. What's the dream pick at 12? The dream pick at 12 is Trey Turner, who already went. So, I mean, if Corbin Burns falls to me, I would be ecstatic, but I don't think he's going to. Juan Soto, okay. Yes, Yancey would be the dream pick at 12. For some reason, it is not. It's blocking off some of my comments. So we got Juan Soto going 3. We got Ventura, then Geller, and then Hurley goes Juan Soto. So I'm updating multiple draft software, so I apologize. I'm going to try to pay attention to you guys as much as I can. Trey, tell delete my account. Yeah. All right. Oh, Bo Bichette. All right. So J-Ram falling a little bit in this draft. A little surprising. I can't imagine he's going to make it very far, though. J-Ram's who I got my first name. So we'll see. So far, a slow pace for the first round. Probably guys falling that they didn't expect to fall. There goes J-Ram. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. So far, gone a little bit out of order than what I expected, but I mean, all top 5 guys that I figured will probably go in the top 5. Fantasy Institute here would all agree. J. Graham can be tracking me. That J-Ram deal was okay. There goes Corbin Burns. So I knew I probably wasn't getting him, but a man can dream. So now it's a matter of, does anybody else fall that would really surprise? There goes Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's not really a guy I have been targeting this year. So that's fine with me. What do I think of Phil's top 5? Cole, Burns, Peralta, Woodruff, Cease. I mean, I like a lot of those guys. There goes Ohtani. I don't really have many of Burns or Peralta, though. Okay, so we got Shohei, to McVay, and then Harper to Meehan, and then Tucker. Okay, so this is kind of falling pretty similar to what I expected. And then Scott takes Betts. Betts would have been in consideration for my second pick. So All right, I'm on the clock. So I think I'm gonna take Albies here. He was the guy I kind of planned for all along. I just want to kind of update my board while I have a chance. So Otani. Otani. Oh, Luis Robert. Okay. Harper. Tucker. That's Albies. And then Robert. So Mason and Robert right after me. And then Woodruff. Woodruff was the other guy I was planning on. So that's a bummer. I've seen him drop in some drafts, and I was hoping maybe there's a chance he makes it back around to me. But it's not surprising that he didn't. All right. And then I got Bueller, Scherzer. Okay, so pocket aces here on the end. Scherzer might have been in consideration for me. And then Hader. Okay, so Hader was my target here in the second round. So we'll see what Gruber does. So Woodruff, Scherzer, and Hader Hendricks. Okay, wow. Okay. So that is Hendricks was obviously the guy I was considering after that. So we go Hader, Hendricks. Okay, so now we've got a pivot. Well, I'm gonna take a guy I don't have many shares of. I don't even know if I have any shares of him, and in Giolito. So he was my AL Cy Young pick last night on the FWFD pod. So there we go. And I've already messed up my sheet. So Woodruff, Robert Woodruff, Scherzer. So Bueller. Sorry guys, I'm just I was really kind of expecting to get draft software. All right, so Hader, Hendricks, sorry guys, I'm just trying to mess up on my draft software already. So Scherzer, Bueller, then Hader, Hendricks. I like that start by Scott. So he starts with Betts and then goes Devers, And then Acuna. I just can't take Acuna that high. There goes Trout. And I keep messing up on my draft software. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to fix my picks here. Okay, so then Jinstead went Devers. And then Acuna, Trout, Freddie Freeman. All right, so we got already looks like 4 teams that have gone hitter. Yeah, I mean, draft software, NY Jets saying, shot for Riddle Lab. Oh, we have a guest. We have Shelly V joining us. Talk to you guys a little bit. I can't hear you, Shelly. I told you guys I might bring in some guests. Hopefully Shelly can. So I love using draft software. I'm actually using 2 different draft softwares for this draft. I've already kind of somewhat messed up or kind of fallen behind because one of them messed up on me. So I'm probably just going to abandon that one. Burns Machado start would be tits. I do like a Burns Machado start. If I had a pick like that, 6, that may have been something I would have looked at doing. Shane Bieber, there you go. I think Machado's going to have a huge year. I also took Machado in my. Oh, do I hear Shelly? I don't. I thought I did. I took Machado in my auction and in tout, and so I was okay kind of passing on here, especially early. Man, Buxton, second round just seems so weird. Love the talent, man, but how long will he be healthy? Jordan, there you go. I think I hear Shelly now.
Am I good now?
You are good. How you doing, Shelly?
Yay! I'm great. It's also like really smart if you unmute your mic.
That helps, yeah.
Smart. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I kind of like jumped in a little bit late. I was surprised that Hader Hendricks went with the 14 and
you and me both.
Yeah.
That was kind of my plan was to take Hader at 12 or at 19.
Yeah.
And Hendricks was kind of my backup. So that was kind of a bummer for them to go right in front of me. But I'm fine also taking a guy like Giolito, where I got him. So
yeah.
I don't have many, or really, I don't know if I have any shares. Let's see. Justin, didn't I hear this year that Buxton stays healthy because everybody wants it to happen? Yeah, that happens every year. Everybody wants it to happen. It may be the year it happens. It would be cool to see what we get in a full year of Buxton. I kind of reject the premise though that a full year of Buxton will be like what he's done prorated in short samples too, though. And so like everybody's like, oh, look what he could do over a full year. Like we don't know what he can do. Like would he tire out? Like, I mean, he's never played a full year really.
Yeah.
So I just can't do it in the second round. I couldn't do it in the fourth round. So I'm definitely not doing it in the second round.
Yeah.
So now the question is, who makes it back to me at 42? I don't know the answer to that. So, Um,
Yeah, with just how like everything is going, you see, obviously Buxton, my fan Alvarez, Story is gone. We got a couple pitchers, Wheeler, Uriel, so you can't kind of like double up there at the 12th
mhm.
pick.
I mean, unless somebody falls to me or there's just really not someone I want, I don't think I'm going to take another starter here.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
It just doesn't make. I just feel like you get so much pitching later on.
Yeah.
There's one guy in particular that kind of strikes my fancy that I haven't gotten yet this year that could entice me.
Nice.
But okay, so there goes. I think Julio Urias. No. Urias just went, and then Judge and Merrifield. Okay. So, and there goes Rossio. As soon as I put someone in my queue, they go. And I'm pretty sure I know who Scott's going to take, so I'm going to put him in my queue anyways. But if Class A makes it to Scott, I can't imagine. I don't know if Scott's even watching. I assume there are some people in my draft that are watching, and so that's why I don't typically say who I'm going to take ahead of time. But
totally fair.
I'm going to have a hard decision here in a second. Of who I want to take. Right now, I have 3 guys in my queue. With 3 people to pick in front of me. So that's always kind of a kick in the pants. And I know, like I said, I'm pretty sure Scott takes Class A, which is one of the guys in my queue. Okay, all right. So there's still 3 guys in my queue.
Okay.
So question is, does one of them make it? There's an obvious answer here of who I'd love to see fall to me at pick 12 in the 3rd round. However, there goes one of them. So Freddie Peralta was one that I don't have any shares of this year, and that's a bummer to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any shares of Peralta either, and it makes me sad. Like, I remember getting him like so much later, and then just how he just exploded last year. I just never got the chance to get him.
So, question is Scott going to take Class A like I thought he was?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So that
All
was
right.
what I definitely thought about. Man.
All right.
I'm gonna take Class A, I think. Let me just double check. Okay, so let's see. Meehan took Alcantara, and then Freddie Peralta went. Bobby Witt Jr. He was someone I definitely was thinking about taking in the 4th.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm surprised that Scott went with him in the 3rd.
Yeah, me too. But I'm gonna take Class A and I'm gonna get my closer. And then just hope one of the 3 guys that are currently in my queue make it back around to me.
Yeah, Justin, I really like your start. You got Albies with the speed. You got Gio with an ace. Class A with like a top, a top closer. I really like your start.
Yeah, I'm super surprised that Scott didn't take Class A.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy. I would have liked to get a Sheriff Witt this year, but
sure. Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to use him in DFS or something.
Exactly.
Oh, Chris Bryant. Okay.
Bryant. Okay.
I might have been able to pass on Class A just because two of these guys took closers. And I just don't know if anybody's willing to take two closers in the first 4 rounds in this draft. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's just like what I've seen with like a lot of like draft boards. I mean, with like main events, like if you want a guy, take a guy, because you can't be like, oh, this guy already has a closer, he's not going to take another.
Mm-hmm.
That manager might take that other person. You just take your see.
Oh, and see one of them just takes. Takes him. Wow. Okay.
Woodruff, Hader, Diaz. That's an interesting start. Okay.
Oh wow. See, he went double starter. Or no, he hasn't done. He went one starter, then
two closers.
Two closers. So, and there's the guy, Cedric Mullen. Yeah, I have Mullins in both my other two like high stakes leagues, and so that was one of the reasons why I was willing to pass on him there. Yeah. But had Class A gone, he would have been the guy. Okay, so question is, what do I want to do here now? Oh, there's that. Okay. I got a lot of options here. All right.
So team 14 finally took like their first hitter with Tyler New.
Yeah, which is, get power and speed there. So
yep.
I'm not mad. And there goes Real Muto. Okay. So Real Muto is definitely a guy on my list. So now I've got to decide between, do I want to take a hitter here? Or do I want to take Logan Webb? I think I want to take a hitter.
Yeah, I would kind of go hitter. Webb's injury things kind of scare me off a bit.
I'm gonna do something that I didn't plan for and take Matt Olson.
Oh, I like that. I really do.
It's pretty late here. It's a ton of power. I was not planning on him. I was torn there on him versus Bogarts or Sal Perez.
Knowing that you have Albies, getting Matt Olson there, I really, really like.
Yeah, I would have liked to get someone with a little bit more speed, but I think Olson's just going to be a monster in Atlanta. It's such a great park, too.
Agreed. Yeah.
Team 14's a little light on speed. Yes, Team 14 is a little light on speed. There's a little light on offense. There goes another closer. Presley. Okay. So now we got time to kill for a little bit. Here we go. Cause already has the overall one. Who does Cause have? Bueller, Scherzer, Mullen, Springer. I do like that start. I'm not a big Bueller guy, but I mean, I do like that start. There's some really good players in this league. I looked up everybody, and can't remember everybody who's everybody, but there goes Logan Webb. Damn. And there are a few people in this league who finished like top 30, top 40 in the main event overall last year. So it's not an easy league, even though I don't know everybody super well.
Yeah, just looking at the draft board, at least in the second round, I'm surprised not to see a lot more pitchers going there until like the back half.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen. I mean, we're starting to see in the third round see a lot of yellow.
Uh-huh.
So there goes another closer in Kimbrel. I was wondering where Kimbrel was going to go. If he had made it back around the fifth, I definitely would have thought about it.
Is there a difference between drafting live in a main event versus online?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, each have their advantages and disadvantages. I think the overall like player quality in terms of the drafters is better in Vegas. You also get breaks, which I don't think people talk about enough. You get a break after every 10 rounds. So, which is really nice to kind of center yourself, whereas in these drafts, you just go.
Yeah.
So, I think maybe for some people, it's probably a little bit more nerve-wracking doing it live. And you don't necessarily, I mean, you can have the draft room open, but most people don't. And so, like, you can miss players and stuff, and, you may call out the wrong name or something like that. But I don't think it's that much harder. And maybe it's because of, the league I was in live, was a lot of my friends in the industry in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, because to be honest, that's why I haven't really done a main event, because I really want to see it live first. Just be like, am I able to do this? I just kind of need to get a feel for that before I, jump in. Yeah.
I mean, I think the live events are awesome. The auction was probably the best experience I've ever had in an auction. It moves way faster than you would expect to. The auctioneer we had, this guy named Brady, who was just fantastic. And they've got the auctioneer, and then they've got someone who's sitting there inputting all the picks. And I mean, that auction was done in like 4 hours.
That's an auction done in 4 hours. It's just like
a 15-team auction.
That is unbelievably amazing, and I love that.
It was, I don't know that I'll ever do another live main event necessarily, because I like doing them online.
Sure.
But I will definitely do that auction again. That was so much fun. The pace of the draft is actually faster. Somebody's saying that in the I mean, they're pretty similar. These are pretty fast drafts too.
Yeah.
Is everyone downgrading because he's going to miss his first turn? I think anytime you have someone dealing with any sort of shoulder issue, like, it just makes people skeptical. Not that I'm necessarily skeptical of Wheeler, but I haven't drafted him since the injury. So, I mean, part of that is diversifying a little bit, but part of that is, I did downgrade him once the injury happened. You should definitely come up for Tout and do a live main, though. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, Rudy and I were thinking about coming up to New York of
Mhm.
just to experience everything. So that's honestly part of our plans for next year.
There are a lot of guys here on my queue. I'm I'm not mad with the way this draft is falling so far. Your main, some jackass said it was too slow. I mean, there are people who are impatient in drafts. Doesn't matter if it's a slow draft, a fast draft, and I just think it's silly. Paying, especially if these kind of drafts, you're paying a lot of money. Just like get it right. I don't think people don't need to rush. All right, so got what, like 10 picks, 9 picks until me. All right, hopefully one of these guys makes it to me. So far, oh, there goes one of them. That's okay because I did take Lindor in my other main, so not getting him here is not a big deal necessarily. Huh. How many leagues I end up drafting? I believe this is 15 or 16. So I stayed under my bet with Rob and didn't go over my bet or my ultimatum from my wife. But I can't remember exactly. I'm planning to go to New York next season, Vegas. Available for pull down. I think in order for me to go back to Vegas, I need to win one of these big leagues. I don't know that my wife is going to let me go back to Vegas if I don't win one of these leagues. So I'll definitely go to New York. New York was going to happen every year, but Vegas is so hard because it's right after New York. I got kids disappearing for 2 weekends in a row. That's a lot. Castellanos, all right. Liking the way the boards fall in. Still got 4 guys in my queue with 5 people to pick in front of me. I'm pretty sure I know one of them's gonna. Well, I think I know who Scott's gonna pick, but I was wrong last time. So who the fuck do I know? I guess.
Yeah, honestly, Scott's kind of draft is a little bit surprising. Just listening to him on the RotoWire pod, right? I'm just like I'm like, oh, okay, it's a bit interesting.
He started offense in in the main I was with him in, so I'm not surprised necessarily about that.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little surprised that we're in the 4th round. He does not have a starter.
Yeah.
So I assume he's going to take a starter here.
Yeah, he's probably nipping at the bit right there.
And I think I know which starter he's going to take, which will be a bummer for me because he's one of the guys in my queue. But I've got 4 guys in my queue, 3 people in front of me. So I definitely can get somebody on my queue. Though one of the guys I was actually looking at more for the 6th round. So we'll see if one of them goes. Okay, so all right, so now I can try and get him in the 6th round because I still have 3 guys in my queue. So he's not looking at picking Gosman. Be really interested to see What does Giddy have so far? Giddy's got Tucker, Acuna, Peralta, Webb. So maybe he takes a closer here or an infielder. So I think top guy in the queue, I think it's going to make it to me. Question is, yeah, okay. So that's what I thought Giddy would do. So now the question is, does Scott go who? I think Scott is going to go Trevor Rogers here. I know he likes Trevor Rogers.
He does. Yeah.
I can't remember if he took Rogers in our first name.
Oh,
he went Dylan Cease. Okay. Well, then I'm going to take Trevor Rogers. I don't have a lot of him here.
Nice.
He's my SP2. I've got him as my 15th starting pitcher. Just got to get Cease on Scott's team. And then take Trevor Rogers on my team. And then just hope that one of the two guys I still have on my queue make it back around to me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, Scott, knowing Scott as well as I do means shit. Because clearly I don't know what the hell Scott's doing. So maybe I should stop trying to guess. Maybe Scott's watching and he's all like, I'm just going to take the exact opposite person that Justin So, and then Polanco just went. Oh. Costley's got 2 starters and 2 outfielders. So he's either going to go reliever here or go infielder, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people start 3 pitchers in the first 5. Do we have any of that today? I'm not seeing anybody who did. But the pitching prices haven't been bad. You're Darvish. Okay.
All right.
Not what I thought he would do. All right, so 2 guys still in my queue. JD Martinez. He takes another outfielder. Okay. Not what I thought he was going to do here. Varsho.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, in front of Will Smith.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. And in front of Grandal. I mean, Grandal, he's been going in front of Grandal, so I guess I shouldn't be like super.
I'm just not a Varsho fan, so.
I mean, I kind of like him, but not as high as other people do. I think I have Varsho on more too. I just still got to prove a lot of stuff. All right. There goes Will Smith. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been a consideration. Okay. So the question is, do I tie the max on one guy or take a Rosarena? All right, Rosarena or Mondesi. Here we go. Oh, this is a tough one.
I have my thoughts, but I'm trying to let you do
I
your thing.
know. I'm gonna go Rosarena.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, Mondesi is super tempting, especially this late. I just worry about him staying on the field.
Exactly. Yeah.
But 80 was his is the max pick on Mondesi. I doubt Scott's taking Mondesi, especially with Devers already on his team.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so tempting.
Yeah. Montas. All right. Scott took Montas.
Mm-hmm. Scott messaged me and said that he would have had to seriously debate Olsen had I not taken him.
Nice. Yeah, I really did like that pick of Olsen from you.
Yeah, it's not someone I drafted yet this year, so I mean that's one of the reasons I thought about it a little bit more than I normally would. Hard part is it just kind of puts you behind its feet because you steal maybe 2 or 3 bases.
Yeah.
But getting Albies and getting Rosarena, that's why I kind of thought, well, Mondesi might be the play. Just because, yeah, like Nancy says, Rosarena is safer, obviously. And I prefer to play it safe in the early rounds of a main event draft. It's way too risky to take a guy that might miss half the season or more. And there goes Mondesi. Like, it's such a good value. Who's the team that got him? Otani, Freeman, Ray, Harper, Trout, Alcantara, Kimbrel, Gosman, Mondesi. That's an interesting start. Not a start that I would normally do, but Mondesi in the 6th feels like a gift, and that is the max pick so far in the main event.
With Mondesi?
Mondesi doesn't feel great as your second hitter. Would have been my third hitter, but yeah, Mondesi. Fell behind my board. Let's see. Jinstead took Montas. I would have taken Montas had Scott taken Trevor Rogers. Mondesi. Knievel. Taylor Rogers. See, I think Rogers would have gone earlier had it not been for all the news about him potentially being traded.
Yeah, all the Padres stuff.
Yeah. So,
what do you think about that? Like, is it just Padres making like more noise and nothing happens again?
It feels like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really, really don't know. LM said, I paired Mondesi with Acuna in one league just as insurance in case Acuna doesn't steal. But what if Acuna has a setback and doesn't play till June or July, and then Mondesi gets hurt? That's the problem with pairing guys like that. I would not do that. I've not drafted Acuna at all this year. Just not a guy I've been willing to take. There he goes.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I put out a Twitter poll on who steals the first base, Acuna Jr. or Tatis Jr. And I was actually surprised about the results. It was like really towards Acuna, and I was just surprised by the difference.
Acuna's going to be back so much sooner. So, I mean, that's why. That's what I would have said too. But
yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's just like, okay, just the injury just scares me so much. I'm like, Tatis's injury is more, wrist or whatever it was. It's nothing that really precludes him from stealing a base versus Acuna, who is more of an ACL.
yeah, I wonder if though, like a wrist injury, like you've got to slide into a bag, and Acuna's not a guy who's known to slide into feet first.
That's true. And maybe none of them stealing. We're all just.
I mean, I'm not drafting either. I've got
yeah.
Tatis in one league before the injury, but that's, I mean, I guess he could be in play in this draft for me if he fell super far. I just can't imagine he's going to fall farther than, or to the point where I would be willing to take him. So. I just knocked something over as I'm crossing names off my list. There we go. There goes Arenado. Arenado's good value there.
Definitely super safe.
Turner, Teoscar, Nola, Goldschmidt, Berrios. Arenado. I like that start, especially if he takes a closer right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good start. Question is who? Oh, Bassett. I like
Bassett.
that pick too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Bassett guy. He was one of my highest remaining pitchers available. All right, so I got to start looking at Eloy.
When it comes to Bassett, like I'm a fan too, and with the trade, I was like super into it, but his velocity has been down this spring.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, it's been down like a maybe half tick to a tick, right? And I'm just like, I'm just like so scared. Like, oh no, he's with the Mets. What's going to happen? What is going to happen?
Yeah, that's a little bit scary. Eovaldi went. There's Eovaldi. All right, so I've got him. Let's see.
Right. Patel Martegos.
All right. So, get back in my queue.
McClanahan. Yeah. I think that he's going to have a big year this year.
I just traded for him in Towers. I traded Craig Kimbrell for him.
Love it. That is so good. I mean, because I really think that the Braves are really going to lean on him this year. Because who else do they have to lean on? Because I just don't think that they really can lean on like someone like Patino or someone like that. So.
The question is, where do I want to go here? You there? he still around? Well, he is still around. Okay. Double check the news and make sure I'm not missing anything.
I'm really excited to figure out who this player is because I don't want you to like talk about in case someone's in this league is watching. But I'm like, oh, who is this guy?
It's not like a guy who's like way past his ADP or anything.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
no.
someone who I would be happy to get at this spot. I think we drafted him in our tag team league, if that gives you any hints. So if he makes it to me, I got 3 guys in my queue right now. Let's see. So drafted him twice. We did. We drafted him in the tag team league. Oh, there goes India, who was on my list. Oh, shit, I missed somebody here. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Drop, so I missed McClanahan. Yelich, then Reynolds, then Mania. There's Mania. Oh,
there we go.
Wow.
There we go.
Okay. That wasn't who I was going to draft, but I'm actually kind of surprised he fell that far.
Wow.
Oh, I should have taken him. Well, I still have Rosarena above him, so he's definitely someone I should have thought about, though. Okay, and then we got India. Okay, so we got India, Rodriguez. All right, so I know you're gonna like this next pick. Do you have any guesses?
I don't.
What was the one question you had for me? The first question you asked me when we started talking strategy for our tag team.
It's got to be a catcher.
It is. It has Manny Grandal, baby.
Yes. So that's a good pick. That is a good pick.
Getting that early catcher.
Yes.
Where did I mess up here? Okay, so Meehan had taken Mania in India. Mania. Keithley took. Okay, I messed up somewhere. Where did I mess up? Oh, okay. I messed up way long ago. All right, so I'm gonna try to back up things all the way to try to catch up before it gets back around to me. Okay, so this says current pick. It was Clark took McClanahan. Then Yelich Reynolds. Sorry, guys. Then Mania. Then India. Then J-Rod. I love J-Rod, but man, it's hard to take someone that early that I was getting in like the 25th round a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
So he took Altuve, and then I took Dahl, and he took Seager, and then we got Edmund and Rendon. Okay. Scott Barlow. Eduardo Rodriguez.
Erod?
I traded for Erod today.
I saw that.
What'd you think?
I thought it was totally fine. I was surprised that someone said that you were going for win now, and I'm like, I don't think that he is. But
No,
yeah, no.
I mean, it's kind of selling
Yeah.
lowish, I guess, on a prospect I've kind of soured on.
Yep.
Trading Groshans. Oh, it's me. Oh, I should probably pick. Okay. I'm gonna, just because I don't have anybody else I really want to take right here, I'm gonna take Blake Snell. It's my third starting pitcher.
I like it.
Draft software doesn't, because I can't find it.
That's always the best, the best feeling.
All right. Well, now I'm set on starters for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be a joke, right? 94% is really good. The absence of support, medical support during lockout is dark. I don't know what that means. Jose Abreu. I've thought about Abreu right there just because it's such good value. Oh, Scott. Yeah. But it just didn't make a lot of sense with the team already built.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like really hard to fill up your CI and then just have to try to get a third baseman kind of thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Don't have a lot of offense yet, but that's okay. Liking the team so far. Nancy says he has a bunch of Blake's. I love Big Cell, but and I have a ton, but I wish he just looked a little better in spring training. Yeah, spring training. As long as he's healthy, that's all I care about. He's my number 3. I'm not like super worried about it. Luis Garcia would have been a good pick there, though. But I got a lot of Luis Garcia this year, and I have Blake Snell higher than theirs. So now we're starting to get into the 8th round, we're halfway through the 8th round.
Mm-hmm.
We start getting to the double-digit rounds. I wonder if that's where we start to see the injured guys come off the board.
Like the Sales to Grom, stuff like that.
Yeah, and the Tatises of the world.
Yes, Tatis.
I assume Tatis and DeGrom will be the first 2. But we shall see. Oh, Schwarber. Oh, that's someone I would have liked to have here.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. All right. Schwarber. What? Why did I mess up? Oh, man, I gotta stop messing up. Oh, Miss Correa. Correa. Cancel. All right, so it went Correa, Stanton, Schwarber, Soto. I know people like Soto.
Have you seen what Soto's done this spring?
I have not.
He has not walked anybody.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit!
I know. I'm just like, it's like
turning over a new leaf before our eyes. I mean, walks and strikeouts are some of the stickier stuff.
Yeah. So Soto is not walking anybody. Fulmer's velocity is down. It's like, okay, fine. I'm gonna grin and bear it with Gregory Soto as, a late reliever.
Super interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Guriel. What did I miss? Oh, damn it, how do I keep messing things up? McVay took Stanton. Keep messing things up. Sorry, guys. Problem with this drop software, you make one mistake, gotta start over. All right, so we got pick. Nice Garcia. All right. Stan Kershaw. Who looks Kershaw-esque. I don't know that I'm buying it, but sorry. Soto, Wagner, Insurance.
Just out of curiosity, CJ Abrams has not been announced on the San Diego.
He's not, but they sent down a swath of players today.
Yeah.
Including Mackenzie Gore, and did not send him down. So I don't. Oh, there goes Tatis.
Nice.
Back into the 8th. So yeah, they haven't said that he's not making the team. I can't imagine he's part of any deal. I would be super surprised if he was.
Exactly, because like all the other deals that they did a couple years ago, like Abrams was like totally off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just taking a look at like the Tout Fab results, and
did he go for a lot in yours?
He was the top guy.
Okay, I think he was the top guy in mine too.
Yeah,
I clearly overspent on Grichuk in mine. I really thought somebody was gonna go big with me on Grichuk, but I think I overspent like $100 more than like the next person.
Yeah,
which was brutal to see.
Yeah, my team was relatively pretty healthy, so I didn't really need to do much. But I was just surprised to see Abrams go ahead of Matt Brash. That was, yeah.
I mean, if you think he's going to make the team and potentially, and he's probably head towards the bottom of the line, at least I would think. I mean, I was aggressive on Abrams in a number of leagues. You and I tried to be aggressive.
Yeah, totally.
Team, and we
didn't work.
We weren't even close. I think we were the second highest bid, but we were still like half of what they what Dave and Tony did.
Yeah, and knowing that the particular team that won him, I get it. but it was still just kind of surprising to see that he went ahead of Brash.
Let's see. Where's the outfield list? Dun, dun. CJ Crawford. Oh, over there. Franmil off the board. Dansby. I was thinking about Dansby with this pick. Roster Resource has Abrams platooning with Kim right now. I just can't imagine if they're going to bring up Abrams that he's a platoon guy. Like you bring him up and you play him, and you see what you got. Question is, what do I do here? Pablo Lopez. Oh, okay, so we went Kopech. And then Lopez. Let's see the roster grid. That's where I start looking at other people's rosters to see what they have and see who's going to make it back around to me. Muncie. And Scooball. Okay. What does Scott take here? What does Scott have? Scott probably go starter here. Akil Badu. Okay, here's someone I was thinking of. I think I'm gonna still go outfield. I think I'm gonna take Trent Grisham here, just because I want a leadoff hitter who's gonna give me some speed.
I like that pick.
Yeah, definitely a little bit behind in runs scored and runs scored and stolen bases. So wanted to address that a little bit here. Probably continue to address that on the wraparound too. If who I want makes it back around to me. Does Shelly have a large dog? No, Shelly has a small dog with a large snoring problem.
Yes, I have 2 French bulldogs that snore all the time, so I apologize to everyone.
No worries. Man comes off the board. All right. Mason looks like he's developing a film for gruesome crime scene with hope finding the killer. I could be. I don't know what's up with this camera. It's a brand new computer from my work, and for some reason, it is doing this weird red thing. I don't understand why. I've got to apparently go invest in a separate camera.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that too. I'm like, it's very red. What's going on here?
It just comes in and out. I don't know if it's because I painted my office orange, but it just randomly changes. So I apologize. I definitely need to get that figured out because it annoys me probably more than annoys other people.
Sure, yeah.
But it super fucking annoys me. Like, it's super annoying. Let's see. All right. Make it back around to me. So I'll have to figure out who to draft here. Joey Votto was not the guy. Ah, damn it. There was the guy.
Oh, no. Nah.
I wanted Hayes.
Not Cabrizi. No.
I should have taken him last round, apparently. Ouch, Ever. Okay.
Because you need a third baseman, right?
I need a third baseman. I need stolen bases. It would have made a lot of sense. So, the question is, what do I want to do here? I got 2 guys in my queue. Well, there goes one of them.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So I was definitely thinking about Straw. So I'm going to have to get my speed somewhere at some point, but maybe I can wait a little bit. I don't have a shortstop, and I do think there is kind of a drop-off after Willie Adames. So I'm going to take Adames.
Yes.
But I'm definitely light on stolen bases.
Yeah.
That is in apparently batting average. So that's going to be something that needs to be addressed. Sonny Gray, I thought Scott was going to take Sonny Gray last round. And then he passed on him, and so I was a little surprised. But he gets this guy there. All right. So I need to start figuring out how I'm going to address some of these weaknesses. Oh, Seiya Suzuki. He was definitely a guy that I had been considering, but it just doesn't really go into what I'm looking for right now. Adames is the perfect pick there. Yeah, I like it. I would have liked to have Hayes, and maybe I should have gone Hayes last round. Kind of a bummer, but is what it is. Still lots of guys that I like at every position. So,
I've really been trying to
there
pick
goes
up
Sandoval.
Manny Margot late in drafts for speed,
Mm-hmm.
and just knowing what Tampa did, trading.
He's not going to go super late anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's right. Bellinger is an outfielder now, right? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. 10th round Patrick, or a 10th round Bellinger. 10-team. Adames was dropped in your 10-team keeper league yesterday. Standard rosters, benches. I mean, I'd pick him up. 10 teams is so. The hard part of 10 teams is there's so many good shortstops that like those guys fall. Like I did an article earlier in the draft season comparing the ADPs from all like the major sites versus NFBC, and one of the like constant things was shortstop was going so much later in other leagues because there's so many of them, and most other sites cater to 10 or 12 team leagues. Josh Bell. First base is another place where you just like these first basemen would all be going much later on other sites and in a lot of other leagues because shallower leagues, so many first basemen. That's why I think it's just like so important to like attack like those shallower positions early in those smaller or shorter or smaller formats.
Yeah.
That's a name. I don't even like this guy, but there goes Fran. I put Framber in my list. Automatically goes. Okay.
I'm really surprised with how high Sandoval is going.
I mean, I'm not, just because people got, when a guy gets like super talked about the way Sandoval has, people just start going crazy.
I get that, but I'm like, I just health and just watching him for a couple of games, I'm just like, okay. I don't know. I just don't get the hype of where he's going. I get the talent, just not where he's going.
I took him at the back end of the 10th in my other main.
Okay.
But it seems like everybody else I really liked had gone already. Like pitching just went so much faster in that draft than in this one.
Yeah.
And Tendy. That was somebody I had in my last draft too. Tendy. Okay. Really need to find. Oh, that could be it. Is that list? Those guys are all gone.
Okay.
Gone. Jake, would you? Hmm. Adam Wainwright.
Was that a Adam Wainwright question mark or Adam Wainwright like period?
Just a period. Like I
Okay.
don't have some more thoughts on Gisham Meskis. Somehow I ended up with him in all of my leagues in the fan. I mean, I think he's going to lead off a fair amount. At least, unless the Padres make a major addition. You know, if
Yeah.
they were to pull off like a Reynolds deal or something like that. We know he's power. You know he has speed.
Yeah.
You know, can he stay healthy for a full season? That's the
Yeah.
question. But at this point in the draft, like one of the things I'm hurting for is speed.
Yeah.
And speed that's not going to kill me anywhere else. So, and there goes Justin Turner. All right, well, and there goes Matt Chen. So, yeah, I mean, he hasn't been like a huge target for me necessarily.
Yeah.
But not like the guy I'm putting in my queue right now. But it's hard to like ignore, you know, the kind of things he can do.
Yeah, I picked him up in like a keeper league last year that he just kind of like went off and put me over the top. So
Barnes. Dun, 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 dun.
Suarez. We don't have like management saying Suarez is the dude, right?
No, not yet. But I mean, like,
Exactly.
I think there's been enough talk like he's gonna be like he's one of the leading candidates, and their manager has in the past, you know, in Oakland, like just stuck with a guy, like pick a guy and that's his guy. So
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like so put off by San Diego's closers because I had Pagan and Pomeranz last year in TGFBI. It had no saves. Because all the beat writers were saying, yeah, it's going to be one of these two guys.
That's always the hard part is like, beat writers don't often like they're just guessing like we are.
Yes.
Like that's, you know, I mean, yes, they have lots of conversations, but you know, it's hard until a manager comes out and just says like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
Or this is who we're giving it to.
Yeah. And I'm not poo-pooing on the beat writers. I'm not blaming them. It's just kind of like, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, see, that was the guy I was saying before. I don't even like this guy, but like,
yeah,
at this point, it was Luis Castillo. Like that seemed like just such a good value. Also, trying not to fall into that trap of, oh, good value means I should take him.
Exactly.
Definitely does not mean you should take someone.
Yeah, I agree. But it just seems very far that he's fallen because he's throwing, right? Already?
Say that again.
Castillo, he's already throwing after his shoulder thing.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, because honestly, if like Castillo's gonna miss like the cold parts of things, that might be okay.
Yeah, I know people say that, and then but like I also wonder like, is it more a matter of like he just is a slow starter, and maybe it's not cold weather. Like
Yeah,
I don't know that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, little catcher on here. Okay, so I got one guy in my queue, and then I got to figure out a backup just in case Scott snipes me, because this is someone I think Scott would snipe me on. Oh no, he didn't. Okay.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really address what I necessarily need. I love this guy. And he gets overlooked because he's old, and that's Nelson Cruz.
Love it. Love it, love it.
Except for I just put him on Scott's team for some reason. Because I got excited. I mean, Scott did take someone I like in Tyler Mobb.
Got Taylor Houck, Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham, shoot, that's someone I should have probably taken for the speed. But I just, Cruz still being around this late, I just felt like it was, wouldn't get many other shots at him. Houck and then Pham. All right. Caught back up. All right, so definitely. The offense is still okay. Still a little bit light on speed. Severino. Who am I going to pick next?
Oh, you thinking pitcher or hitter to adjust your speed?
I don't really have a. I don't really have anybody that's necessarily standing out to me one way or another. I need to check over here. Here goes Melanson. I'm so worried about just how bad Melanson's looked.
Yeah, he's looked really bad this spring.
Oh, Alex Cobb, that's a good pick. Where did Melanson? Yeah. Cobb's looked really good.
Yeah, a couple ticks, like 2
Yeah.
ticks. Sitting
the hard part is, like, we never talk about this, but like guys with like massive velocity gains often are like a precursor to injury. Someone's asking, wait, why does Patrick Corbin have a preseason rank of 1978 on Yahoo? I just noticed this. Am I missing something? That's the beauty of sites like Yahoo, is they just some guys just completely get left off their ranks. All right, so John Gray just went, which I like that pick. I think I'm going to take a second closer here, if I can find him. And I'm going to take Lou Trevino. just to get some more saves. A lot of the rest of the save situations are kind of a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And Trevino's the guy to start. I don't know how long he'll be the guy for, but he's the guy to start. So that's something. Yes, Patrick Corbin was also very bad last year. That's part of it. I think he will be better, mostly because he can't be much worse.
Yeah. And he's looked really good in spring, just like based on like the baseball savant stuff that we kind of get piecemeal from his starts. It's looking much better.
So,
Hey, Justin, I'm going to have to peace out because it's way late on the East Coast.
Yeah, no problem. I guess Scott just never...
Scott
probably fell asleep.
Yeah, he probably did, but...
So you guys are stuck with me rest of the way. I apologize. But Shelly, thank you so much for coming on and keeping me, extra sane during this. And hopefully I haven't disappointed you with the team I'm building so far.
You have not. You've put my 2 French bulldogs to sleep, but that's okay.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm glad I could help.
All right. Good luck for the rest of your draft.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Dun, dun, dun. All right, pile down. Who are your first 3 picks? My first 3 picks were Albies, Giolito, and Clase. Those were my first 3 picks. So you guys are seeing the next fourth round and on. As we get a little bit closer here, I will probably continue to scoot it down. This is such an interesting draft. So far, some really interesting droppers and so. Oh, there goes DeGrom finally. Okay, here we go. I wasn't going to be taking him, but I was definitely interested to see where it goes. And I mean, the longer the draft goes, with like guys like DeGrom, I mean, Tatis obviously went a lot earlier. Except team looks good, except for not getting Tanner Houck. I'm not really a Houck guy. I like the skills. I don't really trust Boston to handle him well or right. Cool. Gone. Okay. I feel like there are some like guys who are just crazy dropping in this draft, and at some point you go, it's too far. Alejandro Kirk, I like that pick. Except I already got an early catcher, so not necessarily jump into grab another one necessarily unless I really like the price on someone. Urquidy. Not a Urquidy guy either. Montgomery, I like that pick. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Winker in the 12 seems like a steal. It depends on if you think he's going to platoon, which I think he will. So Could still be a good value, but I think he's gonna platoon quite a bit. And I don't know that the park chain's gonna be hurt. Cruz will be up by mid-June at the latest. I agree. There goes Joe Barlow. I don't think Barlow's the closer, though. Let's see. That's why I reached a little bit on Trevino. I just wanted a guy I know as the closer, at least day one. Then you're bargaining be the guy until Coors blows him up. No, Holiday's the guy in Colorado, which is going to end poorly, as most closers do end poorly. In Colorado, Walter McGuickles, his good players are Albies, Giolito, and Clase, yes. And I'm going to actually move the board up a little bit. Sorry. But oh, there goes Kelnick. So Kelnick's he just fell. I guess they're, with J-Rod up, people are a little afraid of what his role is now looking like it's going to be. I just put him on the wrong team because I missed Adolis Garcia going. Adolis Garcia. Kelnick. Let's see. Dylan Carlson goes. Gleyber Torres. Pretty late for Torres. Super 2, Marty. I think he's going to... I think O'Neal Cruz will be up before the Super 2. I think he'll be up, April 20-something. I don't think they can keep him down there that long. Personally, I don't think they're going to wait for the Super 2. I think they're just going to wait to get the extra year. Abisail, there you go. Tristan McKenzie. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, Abisail. Where's Abisail? Around here somewhere. Abisail. Then we have McKenzie. Oh, shit. McKenzie. And then Eddie Rosario, who is one of the names on my list. But oh, there goes John Means, another guy off my list. And then Brendan Rodgers, guy who's never on my list. VPN will work for Yahoo Fantasy. It should. I don't know why it wouldn't, but I don't honestly know the answer to it. I'm not that smart. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, at least. Or just in general, I'm not very smart. But it should work. I would think it would work. All right. So got 3 guys on my list with 2 guys picking in front of me. So I'm going to get one of these guys this round. Bailey Ober was not on my list. So now I'm really hoping Scott's not going to snipe me. So he might snipe one of my backup guys. But he took, and I don't think he's watching because he messaged me earlier. He took DJ LeMahieu in our first main. So I don't think he's going to take him again. Ozuna. Okay. So I'm going to take LeMahieu, one, because I love the triple eligibility. I also need a third baseman. I want to just double check that. I know he's not hurt, so the question is, what's the playing time now that all the pieces? I still think LeMahieu is going to play super, super regularly. It's just so late. And I like LeMahieu a lot. I think he's going to have a bounce back here. Plus, helps me with my batting average, which was becoming a problem. So now the question is, now that I've got LeMahieu, there's Bednar. Do I go back to taking some more pitching? Who would that mean? Or do I go back to, or do I keep hitting the offense? Hunter Renfroe isn't, is a, oh, Grichuk, that was one of the guys. Okay. Not that I really need Grichuk there, but at this point it was pretty good value. Yes, Hunter Renfroe is a value player. He's not going to steal, which is a problem. Batting average isn't going to be great, which is also a problem. Not to say that I'm about to take a guy that necessarily fills either of those issues, because he's just super, super far below ADP right now, and I do like him. See if it gets to me before I say who it is. There goes Moncada. I also want to take a look at the starting pitchers that are around. And okay, so there goes Noah Syndergaard and Vigo. Syndergaard's look pretty good. Still not drafting, player coming off of TJ, but all right. So the question is, do I take the need or value? That's always the question. What games are you looking forward to tomorrow? I'm looking forward to all of them, honestly. I'm just looking forward to fucking baseball. A little bummed the Twins game got postponed. The game we're watching, I think, during the live stream is probably going to end up being Washington, New York, which was a bummer because we thought we were getting DeGrom and we thought we might be getting Scherzer. But we're getting Tyler Beagle. which should be fun. Oh, there goes Descalfani. Okay, well, there goes the pitcher I was thinking about. So that's a bummer. This Gruber guy has sniped me a fair amount. Okay, so the question is, do I take Austin Meadows here? Dun, 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 dun. They say he says he's going to be ready. I think I'm going to. I know a lot of people are fading him going to Detroit, but I don't really know why. They will platoon some, but they don't have a lot of lefties in the Central, so. You don't always want to take the value. So, Chris right here is saying, take the value. You can always adjust for need later. You can, but you also need to make sure you're putting together, a coherent a team that fits well together. I don't know how well this team fits together. This team so far, and it's still early. We're not even halfway through yet. This does not feel as good as my main event in Vegas. Is McGill starting against Soto, Cruz, and Cohen in that ballpark in a high excitement setting? I think he is, especially because especially if you're in like a weekly league, there's like only so many starts you can get in this first like half week. Definitely has some risk, but man, he's looked good. So I don't think I have McGill anywhere because people have been way overly excited on him. But I wouldn't necessarily be afraid of starting him. Camilo Duvall. Huh, interesting. I wonder, is he the same guy who drafted? No, he's not the same guy who drafted McGill. Just betting on skills will at some point take over, apparently. But he is not the closer. Let's. Rizzo went, and then Eduardo Escobar, who was not really a guy I was that interested in. All right. So, not that I dislike the team. I am playing time for Meadows. There's only two other lefties. This is something I think it was Russell Withers pointed out and Vlad Sedler pointed out. There's only two lefties in that division. So, like, yes, will he platoon and probably not play against a lot of lefties? Sure, but that doesn't mean like there aren't a ton of lefties in that division. So, like, when you're playing your division a ton, that's probably not going to be as big of an issue. As opposed to when he was in Tampa, where there were a crap ton of lefties in the East, or not a crap ton, but a fair amount. Andres Jimenez, he was a guy that I was really starting to think about that because he can steal bases. And one of my, it's not necessarily a weakness, but I definitely do not have a ton of stolen bases, which is not not the place I really want to be at this point. Ian Anderson, I think that's a good pick. He kind of fallen because he's new, but he's a blister, supposedly not that big of an issue. Okay. Whoa, okay. I missed. Did I put the wrong McGill on someone? Yep, I put the wrong McGill on someone. There we go. Now we're back. Well, drop that. So this current pick, McGill. Okay, so now we got Luke Voigt. To Hurley. All right, I caught back up. Stroman. Stroman. All right. Just adding some guys to my queue. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there goes Robbie Grossman. Okay, well, that's who I was thinking about last round instead of Meadows, just because Grossman will steal. So that sucks, but that's okay. Putney Rogers getting traded, is that actually a thing that's happening? Brandon Crawford, that's a good value on Crawford. Let's see. Player news. Please. Lazard. Whoa. Stupid automatic videos. That's a interesting pick too right now. Okay, so we had Lizardo and then the other Gurriel. Lizardo together, and then the other Gurriel. Dun, dun, dun. Alex Kirilloff. Another guy that I'm just not in on. Let's see. Solaire. Dun, dun, dun. So Mark B, your crushing it with guys that I've got in my queue right now, but I'm not gonna like say it out loud just because I don't know if anybody, like, I don't necessarily think there's like a lot of people who are like watching my stream that are in mine, but there might be. So there might be a few. So I don't want to tip my hat, but you've been crushing it with some with some of the suggestions. They're definitely guys who are in my queue right now. Only thing is, right now, I think I'm probably no. I don't want to say what I'm probably gonna do. Agent Pollock just went Wagner. Okay. And there goes Drew Rasmussen, who was in my queue, but he wasn't the top of my queue. I've got a lot of Rasmussen this year. I like that pick a lot. But I think I've also got Rasmussen on both of my other like big money leagues. So let's see. Oh no, I have him in my auction. I didn't get him on my other name. So but that's okay. I want to see. Just something. There goes Hunter Renfroe. That's a really good price on Renfroe. He just did not fit what I needed here. So, the question is, what do I do here? There goes again, Hap. Okay, so taking a look, batting average is low. My stolen bases is like a little bit low, a little bit lower than the pack. Wins and strikeouts, because I don't have a lot of starters. Only drafted 3 starters. They're 3 really good starters, but I've only drafted 3 starters. So I've got 3 guys at different positions. Enrique Hernandez, like, that's a good pick. I got definitely some different targets right here. So I got the 2 guys at the top of my queue. I want to just check the roster grid. Kind of see what other people have here. Okay. All right, Bobby Dahlbeck just went. I do not want Bobby Dahlbeck, so that's fine. All right, I'm going to take Oscar Yanoa. So I like Yanoa a lot. I don't have him very much this year. That'll improve my whip a little bit and get me strikeouts and some wins. And gets me another starter. So someone's asked why Nate Lowe is being drafted so low. It's because there's so many first basemen this year. And there was a thought, I think, at one point too, that he could lose playing time with all their additions, but I don't think that's an issue now, especially with Josh John out for pretty much the whole year. So I don't think people are as worried about that anymore. All right, so there goes Harrison Bader. Not that Bader was on my list or anything. So let's see if the guy I really want makes it back around to me, or if I need to make a pivot. It's nice to have three guys when there's only two picks. Yeah, so I mean, this is, I've been getting sniped, but I haven't been getting sniped like awfully. The second round was pretty gross because I really wanted Hader Hendricks, and for them to go right in front of him. And there goes Nate Lowe, who was kind of my backup here, because like a number of people mentioned he's a launch angle change away from having a monster year, and he steals some bases, still 8 last year. But that's okay. There goes McGill. Oh, O'Neill Cruz. Oh, that one hurts a little. He wasn't my guy here necessarily, but that. Okay, so Casey, O'Neill Cruz, then Sano, and then Mize. Where's Mize? All right. That guy. Here goes that would be well. All right. And I'm on the clock. Here we go. Okay. All right. So the question is, I think he's going to make it back around to me. And I don't think I have many shares. And I have 0 stashes. So I'm going to take a stash. I'm Now I'm chickening off a little. But no, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to take Jonathan VR, and I'm going to wrap up some extra stolen bases here. And got multi-position eligibility. So that then bumps me up into a much better place in stolen bases. Someone saying Trevor Bauer's worth a shot. I don't know that he's going to play this year. Oh, don't. Someone saying, sorry about discussing O'Neill Cruz and Nate. Don't worry about that. Like, I mean, these guys know who's available. Like, it's just, Ooh, Genta took Jeremy Pena. That's interesting. But yeah, these guys know who are available. So, like, I'm not necessarily worried about that. Like, you don't join a $1,700 league and then forget the player pool. No, I was. VR is not a stash. VR is my pivot. I was going to take someone who's a stash and decided against it in favor of VR, just because I feel like VR, is going to steal 20 bases this year, and the guy who I was looking at stashing is not necessarily guaranteed to steal 20 bases, and there are other guys like him. So, So that's why I said I was usually going to take someone who was a stash. I decided against it. There goes Nicky Lopez. That could have been someone I took or taken. I need to get Marquez on there first. I just can't. I love Marquez's skills. I just cannot draft a guy like that when I don't know when I'm going to be able to play. Like when I'm going to feel comfortable playing. Uh, where's Lopez? Lopez. And then Gallo. Love Gallo, but I can't take the batting average hit. Ty France. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, maybe my potential stash does. While you are far from your pick, can you get a recap of my draft? Okay, so recap of my draft. First round, I went Albies. Then I went Giolito. I wanted to go Hader Hendricks, but they did not make it back to me. Then I took Emmanuel Cossé since I didn't get one of them. He fell to the third. I was surprised about that. Or fell to the back of the third. And I think Matt Olson. I haven't gotten Matt Olson yet this year. I thought, hey, get some real good power up front in that great lineup. A little bit of a stack of the Braves. And then in the fifth, I took Trevor Rogers. I was stoked to get him. Randy Rosarena in the sixth. It was between Rosarena and Mondesi. But I went with a little bit safer guy in Rosarena. Yasmani Grandal in the seventh. Blake Snell in the eighth. Trent Grisham in the ninth. Willie Adames in the 10th. Nelson Cruz in the 11th. Lou Trevino in the 12th. DJ LeMahieu in the 13th. Austin Meadows in the 14th. Teoscar Yanoa in the 15th. And I just took Jonathan Villar in the 16th because I'm in some dire need of speed. Well, not dire. But now I feel a lot better about my speed. And so it looks like Jesus Sanchez just went. And Christian Vasquez just went. And Jonathan Scope. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good about my offense. Batting average could be a problem. But with variance in batting average, I'm okay with that. I got plenty of saves. Or not plenty, but I got enough saves right now. Obviously take some duck throws at some point. Then definitely need to get a few more starters. Garrett Whitlock just went. Not that I was necessarily interested in Whitlock because I don't know what Boston's gonna. I know they've been stretching him out as a starter, but I got a lot of just quasi starters there. Alonso is not going ahead of Olsen. At least I haven't seen him go ahead of Olsen. But Olsen has dropped. So, like in NFBC, one of the things you see is speed, saves, and starters get pushed up. So, sorry, just moving up the board there. Oh, there goes Lance Lynn. He went super late, and one of the mains I'd seen recently, and stuff. I thought, oh, maybe he goes super late again, but I'm gonna miss it. At least a month, probably closer to 2 months. I just don't know that I want to hold people on my roster like that. So when speed's getting pushed up, saves are getting pushed up, and starters are getting pushed up, something's gonna drop. So what's gonna drop? Guys like Matt Olson. Matt Olson was second, third round pick at one point, and now I got him, in the fourth. I've seen him go even later than that. I could have gone a different direction. But Matt Brash, there's a guy who's rising. He looks good. But there's still a lot of good starters left on the board for Matt Brash to be going off right here. So right now, my open positions, I've got 2 outfielders, a catcher, MI spot, or a CI spot. 3 pitchers, and then my reserve. So there goes Elias Diaz. He might have been a consideration. I like Elias Diaz a lot. This draft software is not, though. I can't find him. That must have gone past the maze. So then we go Suarez. And then Jeff McNeil. Robles, you say Robles is the boss of handcuff? Yeah, I mean he could be. That was my first when he signed there. That was kind of my first thought was, oh, maybe he is the handcuff there. IKF goes. Probably not here, but that might be someone to consider here in a few rounds. So right now I got 2 guys in my queue. One is the guy that I last round was thinking about. I took care of saves, yeah, and that's what I want to do in every draft. Like I don't want to have to, like, everybody's going to go to the waiver wire for saves and take chances on guys, but I don't want to like rely upon that. Like I don't want to feel like I have to, especially early on in the season when people are spending so much money on the next potential closer. Kikuchi. Where's Kikuchi? All right, so we got 2 guys in front of me. I got a lot of guys on my board right now, but 2 guys in particular. One that I almost took last round. There goes Brandon Belt. It's not on my board. And then another guy who I don't think I have in any redrafts here. So let's see what Scott does. Scott took the backup. Okay. So Scott took Josh Lowe, who was kind of the backup to what I was thinking about. So I'm going to take Ramon Laureano. I know he's going to miss about a month, but and then Trevor Blackman goes. But he steals, and I assume that they will let him steal. Once he is back. Maybe he gets traded. We'll see. So, and that definitely helped because it raised my average, put me back up in a good spot in stolen bases. So now my team is starting to look better in the standings in this draft software I'm using, which doesn't have my own ranks or my own stuff. Just okay, so then we went tie on. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the Laureano stash is nice because it's not like a stash like Lynn or DeGrom or Tatis, like there is, I mean, I guess he could be suspended again, but then if he's suspended again, I just drop him, right? Like I'm not gonna have to hold on to him for an extra month because he has a setback. So, and that's my more, issue with some of the stashes is you never actually know in these. Oh, see the math, my boy. You actually don't know when these guys are coming back. And okay, so just looking up something real quick before it's my turn. Okay, and then I was going to catch up. So it went Matt's Tyon. Or Matt's went, and then Detmer's went. Okay. So, and then Lux. Okay. He's probably just shortstop eligible now at this point, I think. What am I saying? Okay. All right. So now it's my turn. Okay, I'm gonna make a reach pick. It's not the min or anything, but I'm gonna take CJ Abrams and hope that he makes the team. So may end up, kind of, but it's round 18. It's a worthy gamble. So, especially because he will run. And then Paul Sewald goes. Sewald, I know that Seattle's going to be a committee, but they've already lost Giles. Who knows what Diego Castillo is? Everyone's falling. I don't know what they're doing in Miami anymore, man. I really like Floro. I got a lot of Floro early. But I do not know what they're doing at this point. Which is kind of a bummer because I really did like Floro a lot. The problem is, like, they just traded for two, like, really good bullpen arms. They have Bender. So I don't know what to make of all of that. Okay, so all of a sudden, draft's starting to move here. Carrasco goes. And then Trinan. Oh, is that the same guy as Kimbrel, maybe? No, it's not. Huh, interesting. Trinan. Lamette. Eflin. Eflin. And then Art Warren, my boy. Did not think he'd go this early. Dun, dun. Cause guilds and the Scots are all on your tail. Yeah, got a few Scots in this league. I think there were a few Scots in my other main too. Michael Brantley, that's a good pick right here. So I like my offense right now. Definitely need to add some more pitching here. Batting average, still a problem. But at this point, it's like, there's only so much I can do. Just got to hope for variance. Maybe pick up some good batting average guys here at some point. So, Will Myers, not a good batting average guy, but power speed. Who knows how much he runs. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. This definitely makes things go a little bit, faster. I'm not feeling like I'm by myself the entire time. It was nice having Shelly too. Andres Muniz would get 15 saves, write it down, and take a picture. Hey, I actually don't mind that call. The problem is I think there's going to be like a bunch of guys on that team that get like 9 saves, which makes it really hard to buy into a bullpen like that when you're going to have 4 potential guys getting saves. Things can work themselves out, but they've definitely been a team that has shown that they want to kind of, play matchups and put guys in positions that, they want them in and stuff. So, Omar Narvaez. All right, so 12 more picks until it gets back to me in the 19th round. Definitely a guy at the top of my queue that I really want right now. And then there's just a bunch of guys in my queue that I'd be okay getting. Austin Hayes. Man, Austin Hayes was like one of those guys that people were like really popping early in draft season, and he's kind of fallen from everything. Not to say like I've been in on him or anything, but just an observation. It's getting fucking hot in the office here. Almost 2/3 of the way through, though. This draft is taking much longer than I expected it to. So maybe whoever said that at the beginning that the online drafts actually take longer than the live drafts, definitely right in this case. People are really taking their fucking time. And that's in spite of the fact, like I said, we get 2 fucking breaks in the. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I'm really not, actually. This allows me to like keep up with my software. Oh, Jorge Mateo, my boy. That hurts. He wasn't necessarily my next pick, but that may be a mistake. Mateo may not be going there. Oh yeah, Robert Suarez went a long time ago. He went like 12th round or something like that. I can find him. He went 11th round. So you guys don't even have the 11th round showing. So yeah, he went super early. Okay, so Mateo was a mistake. He wanted Josiah Gray. So one guy gets put back in my queue for later, and the other guy comes out of my queue because I actually was thinking about Josiah Gray for my next pick. Chris Sale goes. Another guy who I was thinking about, that I've already got one stash, and guy that I don't know if he's making a team, so probably not going to take another stash. We'll see. Just seems unlikely. And there goes the other guy who was at the top of my queue. God damn it. Okay, well, that hurts. Luis Patino was, I felt like, a huge value at this point. I think I set the min on Patino at my first main event. So here this late, I was like totally getting ready to grab him. So now I got to figure out what I want to do. And there goes Jorge Mateo. So then goes, that loads. Let me catch up. So Patino went to Pinky and Senzel. Senzel went to, and then my boy Mateo went. That sucks, because I think it had the guilds not made the mistake, Mateo would have made it to me. But once you see the name, okay, so Fort took Biggio. And then Anthony Bender went, and then Mitch Keller went. All right. Well, that's a bummer. The board got refreshed. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, that happens when. So we'll do. Give you guys some of the old board. So, 2 picks away. I've got plenty of guys in my queue. Corey Kluber. I think I know what I'm going to do here. I'm just kind of deciding which guy I think has a better chance of making it back around to me. Take a look at the. Okay, so that's a tough question. All right, I'm going to take the guy I like more personally. I don't have any shares of either of these guys. Nope, I'm not, because fucking Scott just. God damn it, Scott. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Oh man, I wanted Margot. All right, well, that fucking blew. All right, well. Man, Scott, why you gotta be like that? All right, so I'm gonna take Nestor Cortez. I don't have him this year. And man, that sucked. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Rebound, Mason. Sounds like Paddock might be in Minnesota for Rogers. Yeah, that's. I think that's why Rogers fell in this draft, because I don't know that he's necessarily guaranteed to be the closer there. So Williams and then Kepler. I like Kepler this year. Who am I gonna take? Lane Thomas. He gone. Right. Friday to last. Oh, I like. Oh, Baz too. That's a good pick. Okay. I don't know who I'm going to pick here. All right. Mike Yastrzemski. Okay. So his ABP is there. All right. Nobody stand out to me. So I'm gonna take my boy Chris Stratton. Gonna add some more saves to my total. Take away some saves potentially for other people. And he's my most rostered player this year, so it's kind of just like building on a strength right now. But it's always nice to have a backup saves guy. Ooh, yeah, that might have been a decent one too. So Mark's asking, why would Minnesota want to give away their best RP? I don't think they do. I think that's why the deal hasn't been done yet. But I mean, Paddock has been an elite pitcher before, so I think they're just looking for a guy that could potentially be that guy again for them. Maybe they think they can fix him, and teach him a third pitch. So I think that's why they're interested in him. I think if they were willing to do it for Rodgers, it probably would have already been done by now. But I don't think they want to trade Rodgers. I wouldn't want to trade Rodgers. So, I think that's that's the main reason why it's not done at this point. Interesting. All right. I'm looking at my roster, trying to figure out what I need. There goes Schwindel. Schwindel, unfortunately, just didn't fit into my plans. So I like Schwindel a lot. And I mixed Colomate too, apparently. So Colomate didn't fill my plans because I don't want a pitcher in Colorado. I don't care if he's a closer. Schwindel, and then outfield in Lakewood. There's Lakewood. So that would be interesting. Aaron Hicks. Luis Urias. I just haven't seen any updates really on his quad issue. I like Urias a lot, but when's he going to be ready? Is he the kind of guy you want to stash? I don't know. Jace Tingler is also the Twins bench coach. There's a Padres connection. Oh, I didn't know that. That makes some sense too. I mean, I just think I mean, I'm surprised Montas hasn't been traded to the Twins. Especially they should have gone after Manaea. Manaea made a ton of sense. They don't have a lefty in their rotation. And it's not like San Diego gave up much. Urias is going to miss at least a month. Yeah, see? I don't know you want to stash a guy like that who relies so much on accumulating. Schwindel went in your 10th round of your OC last night. That's insanity. I like Schwindel. I don't like him that much. There was a guy who auto-drafted an OC the other night that I saw someone posted on Twitter, and it was so bad. Just so bad. Took every single injured player round it. I mean, I hope they're okay. Because otherwise, why? Maybe an emergency happened, he couldn't make the draft. But it's $350, man. That's I know it's not one of these drafts, but that's still a lot of money to just not show up for. Yeah, it was unreal. There was another guy who was showing a DC draft that someone was auto drafting. A slow one. Oh, there goes Bauer. Just not on my team here. So yeah, someone showed a DC draft where the guy's been on auto for almost the entire draft and hadn't drafted a catcher in the 45th round. I just stashed guys out a month. Yes, but he's suspended, which, I mean, he's still out a month. But, unless he gets resuspended, I know when he's coming back, and I can plan around that. That's a good pick. That's someone I could have taken. But I do have Caesar on a few teams already. There goes Aguilar. Not someone I was necessarily looking to draft. Okay. Oh, Bryson Stott. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so I mean that's the difference. Let's say someone, DeGrom's a great example because we have no idea when he's coming back. Yes, the upside is huge, and if you get him for 100 innings, he's going to be a steal wherever he goes in some of these drafts. But he could miss the whole year. And you're going to hold on to him until you know exactly when he's going to be back or when he's not going to be back. Whereas with Laureano, yes, he's going to miss the first month, but I know exactly when he's going to be back. I mean, theoretically, he could get hurt too while we're waiting. So, I can't be there's no risk there. Mustakas. Decent pick right there. Just kind of looking and seeing who I want to take this round. Who is standing out to me? No one. Ow. Okay. All right. David Robertson. So people are really starting to buy into him potentially being a closer, Eliza Hernandez, who left the game yesterday, but I think he's okay. Got hit with a comebacker. Not forearm, but I don't think it's broken. Bauer's fallen so yeah, he has. Bauer's fallen really low. There goes Russian. Just gonna try to look something up real quick. Let's see how someone's in the spring. Bauer's fallen really low. Like at this point, like I guess he's he's a fine gamble. I just don't know. I mean, they're not even gonna make they haven't even made a decision on him, and it just feels like they're continuing just push it off. Well, he's doing exactly what he does. So that's not necessarily what I want. Chad Green. That's a decent pick. I thought about that actually. I don't, probably not going to get many saves. I mean, because he's maybe next man up, but really good ratios. Might steal some wins early on. I think I'm going to take one of my boys who I have not taken as much as I thought I would this year. As long as he makes it to me. But of course, who knows? We'll see. Stephen Kwan. That's a good pick. Not really fitting what I'm looking for in this moment. All right. What are you going to do here, Scott? I don't want to guess. I don't think Scott's going to snipe me here. Oh, we took Tanner Rainey. Okay. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I think I need to add a little bit to. Definitely need some pitching, but I'm going to wait on pitching this round, and I'm going to take my boy Anthony Santander, who has fallen way behind ADP. I just want to make sure. I'm going to take him. I think there's some power in that bat. I could use a little power right now. Batting average still. Don't worry, Lewis Brinson will make it back around to me. Yes. He's on Houston, right? I can't remember where he landed. Oh, there goes Christian Javier. And then Ha-Seong Kim went. Okay. So, I need to do that. I need to take, Robles. Gary Sanchez. Oh, Conforto. Conforto's someone I was looking at, but I just don't think I can gamble with a stash, especially not having any idea where he, when and where he's going to sign. I mean, clearly there's something wrong physically with that shoulder, like it's been kind of reported. So it's up to me. Oh, I fucked up my sheet. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna reach a little bit on my boy Kyle Gibson because he's got an easy starting schedule, and I can go and fix wherever messed up. So, okay, I messed up there. All right. So, that's all. Drop there. Drop there. So, Poppy took Eric Sanchez. Oh. Okay, so Hoppy took Kim. And then Robles went. And then Forda went. And then Sanchez went. And then Pavetta went. And then I took Kyle Gibson. And we went back-to-back catchers with Jansen and Zunino. And then Marcano just went, all right, now I'm caught back up. Make sure that's correct. Everything's correct. Oh, Loizaga. That was another one I was thinking about just because the ratios are so good. Kyle Hendricks. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. He is now good in spring. Cal Quantrill. Dun, dun. All right. So now we're in the 22nd round. You guys are all talking about Bauer. I'm not getting into that. No thanks. All right. So that could be the guy I go with next. I think that is the guy I go with next if he makes me. Oh, okay, here we go. My boy Andrew Heaney just went. Andrew Heaney. Jack Flaherty. I took Flaherty, my other man. He was one of my few stashes. Oh, Brandon Marsh. That's damn. I got hit in a bunch of other leagues, so that's fine. Marsh. Reliever Will Smith. All right. Entering the 23rd round. Oh, I got Jorge Alfaro on like the 29th round of my other man. He is jumping up. Greinke. He would have been a guy I would have been interested in. But maybe I should have taken him. Especially because he's opening starter. All right. Somebody said if it wasn't a flimsy claim, Luba would have stopped working for him and unfriended him by now. That's Luba's only client. She can't stop working for Bauer. Like, I don't, she is like, her only clients are him and Puig. Like that, she's stuck with him. The whole Bauer thing, man. Like, I know everybody's like, "Oh, innocent until proven guilty, innocent until proven bullshit." Dude's fucking probably guilty. They just didn't. This just wasn't enough proof. I shouldn't be talking about it though. Get me in trouble. Nick Martinez, I like that fucking pick. Oh, Puig fired her. Okay, so it's her only client. He's still getting paid though. That's the thing. Like, so she is earning money. Like, he's on administrative leave. He's still getting his money. Magical. Baumgartner. Damn, look, these people are just like, these are a lot of the guys I got really late in my last man. That are now going off a lot higher than kind of expected them to. So, which is fine, but also unexpected. I literally just put Floro in my queue. All right, so Torrens, Rojas, and then Floro. Where is Mr. Floro? All right, here we go. Nick Lodolo. He was in my queue too. That's a good pick. Oh, Josh Harrison. He was not in my queue. But all right. Question is, I still need an outfielder fill in for Laureano, a catcher, and reserves. We take my boy Carlos Hernandez. I believe he got sniped on me in my last main, so. He was really bad in spring, though, apparently. What do you think of Jose Iglesias as a better version of Magical considering Bryce? Absolutely. Completely agree with that. Iglesias could legit win Iglesias could legit win the batting title eventually. I mean, he's a 93-94% zone contact guy in Colorado, where your BABIP gets raised. I mean, he could. Banyas. Oh, David Peralta. That was who I thought I might be able to get later. Apparently not. I just need to check something. All right, Tyler Wade. Somebody had mentioned him earlier. I wonder how much he's going to actually play, though. Lucas Sims. No, he's probably not a closer either. Christian Walker. All right, so I need to look at my team real quick. Sometimes you just make picks to piss off your friends. And I know this one. I'm just going to piss off my friend. I'm taking Kevin Smith. Da, da, da. Oh, no. Who went? Oh, Iglesias. The aforementioned Iglesias. I think Gruber's watching this draft. Show yourself, Gruber. Or he's watching the stream, because every time someone mentions someone, he takes them. Show yourself, Gruber. All right, so I need to put in Kevin Smith. It's not a bad first reserve hitter. I think he's going to play every day in Oakland. Hit 2 home runs, 1 stolen base, got power and speed. There goes Brandon Nimmo. Got a quarter zone shot in his fucking net. This doesn't sound good. Da, da, da. Oh, my boy. Paul DeYoung. He would have looked good on this team. I got him my other man, though. My computer is deciding to run a scan. Please don't shut down. That would be bad. Eric Lauer has been my cue forever, but I just kept passing him up. Probably shouldn't have. But I passed him for guys who are going to start in this first go around. Oh, shit. I missed Clevenger. So Clevenger, I'm worried about Clevenger just because coming off of Tommy John and then this knee thing. Like they made the trade for Mania right after the knee thing. Lauer. Then with Lauer, Joey Bart. I still need a second catcher. Four? Oh, okay. I was like, he has 3 catchers. It's a freshman. Flores, that's a good pick, especially for early on in the season. Kira, that's another good pick. Just don't know how much he's going to play. And then Darren Ruff, another good pick for especially early in the season. Ruff. It's just the way your mother likes it. All right. So, to hard pass on Cleveland after closely watching the trio of TJ returnees struggled so bad last year. Yeah, I mean, I just all the TJ returning guys I'm just out on have been all year. I think I have maybe one share of Severino, but it's like super late in the DC. I just don't know like how many innings those guys are going to get. Urshela. It's not a bad pick there. All right, I need to start looking at my bench makeup. All right. So we've got LeMahieu and VR who can play in multiple positions. So we've already got one infielder and Kevin Smith. I think he's just third eligible. Probably will stay that way. There goes Chris Flexen. Yep. So definitely need another outfielder because I need someone who I'm going to roll with for the month until my boy Laureano's back. Ian Kennedy. Decent pick right there. Especially if you think that Lance's troubles are going to carry over. Stasi, that's a really good pick right here. Not a lot of good catchers left. There aren't good catchers left. I definitely need a second catcher. The question is, who? Oh, wow, there's a lot of people without. One guy, no, he's hasn't taken a catcher. Interesting. And then goes James McCann. And then Yandy Diaz. Oh, I'm going to move the board a little bit for you guys. The last board move. Just do that, and now we don't have to worry about it. All right. So, I guess, Cosley has not taken a catcher yet. I guess he is probably just going to wait for the last 2 rounds. Did I give Diaz? I did not give him Diaz. So, Tapia. You don't have to put Verlander in that group, or rather, do you? It feels like he's getting past TJ at 39. Yeah, I think he is getting a pass, and that's why I haven't drafted him anywhere. Like, I'm not even close to being, willing to take him where he's going. And I know he's looked good too, but like we just don't. He's 39. He's coming off of TJ. Hasn't pitched in a year and a half. Like, we just don't know what he's gonna be, and like how long he can be that for. Like, I think he'd be really good, but maybe it's only 120 or 130 innings or 140 innings. Like, do you want your SP2 to be, Verlander when, the guy who got him in this draft took him after taking Corbin. So, like, that's helpful. But then he didn't take like another starter until he took Alex Wood and Tristan McKenzie, two guys with serious injury issues. Like, he needs Verlander to be good, especially fourth round pick. Like, oh, so did someone just take the guy I had queued up? Yeah, someone did take Carter Kelly. All right, well, it looks like I'm waiting a while for my catcher. Time to abandon the draft software, too. All right, I'm going to take my boy, Patrick Corbin. Another guy who's going to make a start early in the season, or at least the first few go-arounds. So, like I said, he's looked better in spring. Maybe I'll try to fix my software. Let's see. How far off am I? Stassi, Geller, that's right. Hurley, McCann, Diaz. Oh, there's my mistake. All right. All right, so it went. That's current pick. Make a list. And Carson Kelly. Then Tapia. Then Hosmer. And then Sugo. And then Bundy. Brubaker. And my boy Patrick Corbin. And Merrill Kelly. And then Hunter Dozier. All right. Caught up. I probably will start Corbin tomorrow night. Oh, there goes that first catcher to Costley. He was the guy I was thinking about. Yeah, I probably will start Corbin tomorrow night. I mean, I got to double check, look at, who else I got going, who I don't got going. But chances are I will. And there goes Eric Potts. So he just double tapped my catcher. Maybe I should have just taken. I was thinking about taking Molina. Take a look at something. Eric Potts. Roster. Spencer Howard. Oh, that was a good pick. I like that pick. Spencer Howard. All right. Standings. Standings here. Now, this guy's not going to snipe me on a catcher. So at least I don't think he will. He didn't. Taking Austin Nola. You know, with Caratini gone now. Should play more. Should give me decent average. Maybe he rebounds back to the guy he was in Seattle before the trade. Oh, and they put him on the wrong team. So I got excited. And then Scott takes Siki Yoshioka. Who's the other guy I was thinking about? Scott just crushing another draft. Don't like drafting next to Scott. Yeah, I don't know super late. You have to go digging in bad teams. I don't know who that's in reference to. Done. Interesting. Gamble on that, maybe. Definitely take a gamble there. Oh. Oh, I thought you came. Wow, Rowan Wick just went. And Robertson went way earlier. Interesting. All right. So let's see. Brian Anderson went. Most boring player ever. He was the Wardle the other day. Haddock. Someone hoping the same Minnesota can fix him if he gets over there. Wick. Surprised Wick lasted this long. I honestly kind of forgot he was still around. He could easily leave the Cubs and saves. And Rios, I like that pick. He just didn't have a spot for him. And Chris Bubik, that's not a bad pick either. Except for he's a bad look guy, and I can't really afford a bad look guy right now. You'd rather take Garrett Hampson or something? Is Garrett Hampson going to play? I don't know. Mini catcher run, yeah. Well, now we have all but 2 teams have drafted their starting catchers. I assume they're probably going to wait. Joey Wendell. All right. So right now on my reserve list, I've got Carlos Hernandez, Kevin Smith, Patrick Corbin. I need to take 2 more hitters, 2 more pitchers. Check something. Garrett Cooper just went. What's that, man? What is Cooper? I was what? He's up the outfield, right? Second rider. Not a bad gamble right now. Anybody who might get saves isn't a bad gamble right now. Let's see what Ventura does here. Adam Frazier. How long does he keep that job, though? Too many guys in Seattle now. Dom Smith. The almost traded Dom Smith. Texas. I want to look at their lineup. Their lineup. Dun, 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 dun. What about this lineup? Oh, Akala went. That's who I had queued up. Akala and Dylan Tate. You know who's going to be a closer in Baltimore is going to be like Paul Fry. People are going to start like paying money for Dylan Tate. And he ain't going to close. One, I think he's hurt right now or something. Right? Hauser. Rizzi. There's Rizzi. It's going to be around somewhere. There's Tony Camp. Second base. Tony Camp. All right. This is a really slow moving draft. Yeah, I had him queued up. I knew. Talking about our call-up. Yeah, I thought he might make it back to me. Great singer. All right, Alec Baum first. Baum, you gonna make the team? Maybe. Might be a backup though. Clearly. Who am I gonna take? I don't have a fucking clue who I'm gonna take. Seth Brown, that's a good pick there. I probably should have had him queued up. I've got someone in my queue just in case. But I'm gonna take Chaz McCormick. I think he's gonna play close every day. We'll see. Marco Gonzalez, way gone. Other guy's still there though. Don't know that I want him. I'm more looking at I was more looking at outfield just because I needed someone who's going to fill in for Laureano while he's on suspended. Was it Suarez? Robles is gone. He's long gone too. The other guy, well, Jorge Lopez will be the closer. It could be. I think it'll be Paul Fry. He's done it before, There's a lefty, but that's not good. What do we got here? Let's see what does he done in spring? Oh, he's been awful in the spring. Oh my god. Been brutal. He's out for a while. Giants, right there. And this area. Okay. One side. Oh, what am I gonna do here? And it's the 28th round. You know what? I'm gonna take the gamble on Connor Joe. I mean, at 20th round, I can always just drop and move on. So, between Connor Joe and Chase McCormick, one of the guys is gonna play. Gotta play matchups, I guess. Hope nobody else gets injured in the meantime. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't have 100 ERA last year. Could have. All right, so we got 2 more reserve spots on my reserve list. I have 1, 2, 3 hitters, but one of them is going to switch out for a stash. Kyle Finnegan was someone I was thinking about. And then it's a matter of who else should I pick up? Yeah, I mean, he's a good hitter. Just, So, Connor Joe, that is. I don't know that I am that interested in a Don. Maybe I should be. I know he won a job, but I worry about the command and control on him. Clint Frazier, he was someone, but Frazier's having kind of a brutal spring training. He started off well, but it was brutal. Let's see. Oh, Don won the job. He has a 70 ERA, 133 whip. A lot of strikeouts? 10 strikeouts in 9 innings. 3 walks in 9 innings, so I don't know. I don't know that he's that interesting. Pavin Smith. I should have just taken Pavin Smith to make Paul happy. But I don't like drafting garbage players. Ooh! Burn on Pavin Smith. I'm getting kind of loopy this late in the draft. This may be the longest third round draft I've ever. Well, it's not true, but it's a long fucking draft. Coming down the wire, though, guys. Question is, what do I want to do here with these last 2 picks? Definitely want to take one pitcher at least. Question is, do I want to take more than one pitcher? There goes Dakota Hudson. Someone had mentioned him. I don't think that's as big of a gamble as it was a few weeks ago. Maybe. I don't know. Really just getting down to this last part of the draft. I'll take that gamble, I think. Not about Jock Peterson, but we've got at least 1, maybe 2 lefties in the opening games. It's like probably not going to be able to use him anyways. I know he's only going to play 2 games. I gotta look. San Diego. What is their rotation order right now? Yeah, so he's going to see Trevor Rogers in game 2, and then Sean Monet in the 3rd game of the season. Like he's not going to play in 2 of the first 3 games. JD Davis gets a juicy matchup against Corbin. Bah. JD Davis. All right, so definitely going to take one of these guys if one of them makes it to me, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to take a stash. That I'm willing to just drop if it comes down to abandoning the drop software a while ago. So, but let's take a look. Is there anybody that Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. Huh. Okay. So there's a guy. It's kind of a sleeper dude that I'm surprised is still around. Um, and I'm surprised he's still around because he's been a really popular sleeper dude. But I don't need him. And that, like, he just does not fit into what I need on my team. But there's always Fab, right? So do I just take him, even though it's at a position of not need at all? I think he's having like a great spring too. Let's see if he makes it to me first, and then we'll see. If he makes it to me, I probably just need to take him. Let's see. Where? Come on. Let's go, computer. Or Scott picks. Take your time, Scott, so my computer can load. Oof. All right. Well, I don't need another outfielder because my last 2 picks have been outfielders. But I can always drop Joe if he's not playing much, or if Jake Fraley's not playing. I can drop him. But he's having a great spring. And so I'm just going to take him, and I'll make the decision. Yeah, I just take him, and I'll make the decision on whether or not I want to keep him or cut Joe. Kind of later on. Especially because there's a crap ton of relievers left that I don't mind finishing my draft with. So I got no problem, doing it that way. And because I took both VR and DJ LeMahieu, I've got plenty of coverage if for some reason someone gets hurt. The only issue would be is I really need, I'm going to have to make a major move if for some reason, if Abrams doesn't make the team. So, dun 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 dun. So as soon as they it gets back around to me, I make my last pick. I'm gonna have to decide who to take if both guys got in my queue make it to me. I think I have an idea of who it will be. Going to bring up Greg Jewett's closer charts and see what he thinks about some certain bullpens. And hope that this computer fucking moves a little bit faster so that way I'm not holding up the draft. And now, hurry, 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 hurry. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take Luis Sessa as a gamble here, and hope that maybe he ends up getting saves in Cincinnati. I think it's gonna be a committee, but who cares? It's my last pick. Strong might not be his pick. Who knows? Oh, Bug Rally, my boy. All right, so go through my draft real quick before I sign off. I appreciate everybody sticking with me. So I started with Albies and Giolito. I had wanted one of the top two closers to fall, neither did, so I took Giolito. Then Clase in the fourth. So, I was surprised he made it, to me, honestly, and so I was pretty stoked to get him there. Matt Olson, surprised myself with that pick. Ended up with him, but didn't have any shares of him this year. Wanted to get one. Plus a little Brave stack. Trevor Rogers, guy I'm really, really high on this year, in the fifth. Rita Rosarena in the sixth. He has Minnie Grandal in the seventh. Blake Snell in the eighth. Grisham in the ninth. Willie Adamas in the 10th. Nelson Cruz in the 11th. Lou Trevino in the 12th. Usually Mayhew in the 13th. Austin Meadows in the 14th. Yosker Noah in the 15th. John VR in the 16th. Stashin Ramon Laureano in the 17th. CJ Abrams taking the gamble that he's going to make the team. I mean, they sent down a bunch of guys today, not him. Then Nestor Cortez in the 19th. Chris Stratton, another potential closer, in the 20th. Santander in the 21st. Gibson in the 22nd. Carlos Hernandez, 23rd. Kevin Smith in the 24th. Patrick Corbin in the 25th. Austin Nolan in the 26th. And then 3 outfielders in a row for my bench. So one of them is going to need to get dropped here. But McCormick, Connor Joe, Jake Fraley, and then Luis Sessa finish it out. That is my second main event team. Diego Castillo. That's a name I kind of forgot about. He's, I think, still on the board. Let's see. Castillo. No, maybe did he just go? Must have gone somewhere because I'm not seeing him. Somebody took him. He's second base. What color is second base? Red. He went in the 28th round. So kind of forgot about him, honestly. Didn't really know who he was until a few days ago. Well, let's see who Mr. Relevant is here. We got Jordan Hicks. That's a good pick at the end right there. He made the rotation. I think he's gonna be kind of like an opener though for the first few. Hurley, is that the Hurley from our draft? I wonder, is that the Hurley from our draft? Is that no. Diego Castillo from he went in the 28th round as well. Both Diego Castillo from the 20th round. Kendall Graveman, Mr. Relevant in our draft. Hey, it was the Hurley from our draft. Good luck to you, sir. Fun being in another main with you. I was really upset that you sniped me on Alcala. That one hurt. I really wanted Alcala there. Mr. Moose, that is right. Let's see. Isn't Castillo supposed to have no power and speed? Yeah, he doesn't really have much power or speed, but he's had a really amazing spring. And so I think he might be the full-time second baseman there. Full-time players on a 15-team league are valuable. So that wraps up my final draft of the year. We'll see what Fantasy Pros thinks of my draft. I don't think they're going to say I'm the number one team, which is always a good sign because you don't want to be the number one team. It's the kiss of death. I doubt it's up yet, but let's see. We'll find out. It is not up yet. But I can update my shares and see that's updated. So a number of guys from this draft are in my most rostered players, including Chris Stratton, Nelson Cruz, Anthony Santander, Kyle Gibson, Patrick Corbin, DJ LeMahieu. Willie Thomas. There you go. So, yeah. You know what? I probably should have popped him a call a round or two earlier, especially with all the talk that we could see Rodgers get traded. I already had 3 closers, so like it wasn't like a need for me. It's just a gamble. So, and I mean, I don't even know if I'll be the guy if they might go to like a Tyler Duffy, or it might be a committee. So who knows, really. Just gonna check one thing. I doubt Mr. Govier is still going, but he was doing a he was doing a live stream, and if he is, it's still going. I'm gonna jump into that one. He is still. Oh wait, no.
I don't need this. I don't need this thing.
No, it doesn't look like he's still
going. You know
going.
what? I'll do this, and I'll get it. Yes. It's one of those things. Like I look at it.
He had asked. Govi had asked me to be part of it.
Can't miss with that guy. It's gonna be a star.
And I told him I would jump in after my main. So that's gonna wrap us up for this episode, like this is a podcast, for this live stream. I appreciate everybody who sat with me for the last 4 hours. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully my team does well. Not feeling as confident on this team as I was on my other main or my auction. So we'll see. How it like turns out, but baseball tomorrow, baby. That's super excited, right? It's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you set your fucking lineups. Let's see what it. Hey, I appreciate you coming in, Mark, and everyone for coming in. Like I know this is not like the most entertaining thing, but I think people like enjoy watching the process kind of unfold. And hopefully people like my team. And more hopefully people more hopefully does better or does well. Really love to take down one of these mains this year. Definitely want to take down an overall at some point. So, not my favorite team of the year, but definitely not my least favorite team. I think it's a competitive team. So yeah. So thanks everybody. I'm going to sign off now and go find out if my wife. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. And go see if my wife wants to divorce me for spending our date night, typically Wednesday night date night, doing this. So Thanks again, and good luck this year with all of your teams. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me on Twitter at JustMasonFWFB. Talk to you guys soon.